Hi, my name is Pat Farmer. I was in charge of the props department at Late Show with David Letterman from his beginning on CBS in 1993 until the show ended in 2015. Early on in the show, he decided to throw things off the roof. For whatever reason, he picked me to do the throwing, and sometimes you needed help because some of the stuff we threw was pretty big.
Take it away, boys. There they go. Off the Ed Sullivan Theater building out to 53rd Street. There we go. Right out there onto 53rd Street. Wow. 20,000 ping pong balls off the roof of the Ed Sullivan Theater building. Whoa! 700 pounds of nacho cheese. There it goes. Oh my goodness, look out, look out, look out, look out, look out.
Kathleen Ankers was the set designer. She's just a classic English dame. Kathleen used to come out in a bit. She would just be cursing a blue streak at Dave. It was hysterical. One of my favorite things on the show.
And here tonight with a fresh batch of hilarious new library books is our very own and beloved Peggy, the foul-mouthed CBS librarian.
Oh.
Hi, Peggy, how are you?
Off, you illiterate faced bastard!
It's very nice to see you too, Peggy. Thank you for the books.
Shove the damn books up your You skinny overpaid dip.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Peggy, the CBS librarian.
Biff is just as good as it gets. You could never predict what he was going to do. At one time, he was supposed to call Dave a dweeb or whatever, whatever the adjective was that we used on the show. For whatever reason, Biff said, Dave, you're an asshole.
I've got a contest too.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
It's called Biff Henderson's Who Can Do the Lamest Skit About a Contest. And guess what? You two ass won.
Yeah, it's Jack. Hey, it's... It's Jackass.
I'm sorry, I really...
Slip of the tongue?
No.
Slip of the tongue. Yes, sir.
I remember one time, some people must have come dancing on stage at the Academy Awards, and they had something written on their chest, I forget what. And so Kenny and I had to do that. That was not one of my finer moments.
Our own stagehands, Pat and Kenny, are they here?
They were on it?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
You know Pat and
Were
Kenny.
they working behind the scenes?
They're right there. Pat Farmer and Kenny Sheehan.
I didn't
right
see
there.
them
Hey, boys.
on.
You were on the show last night?
Not to my knowledge, Dave.
Here. We got special permission from the Academy to show it. I think this is Pat and Kenny on last night's Academy Awards broadcast. Take a look, see what you think. There's Billy Crystal right there.
And just like real life, I have not heard from her. Not only tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Helen. I don't know.
You boys are getting your money's worth out of that ab roller, aren't you?
A lot of things on the street that were a lot of fun, and it required a lot of work sometimes, too.
3. The Dutch settled here in New York in 1624, and for 40 years ruled over the colony.
Hey, check it out.
Hey, what are you supposed to be?
Oh, come on, guys, can't you see him doing this thing here? It was conquered by the English.
You talking back to me, sweetheart?
Let's see if you got any money. You better run, I'll cut you.
We broke Rupert's window one time.
reenactment. And
I have only a vague memory of this, but a couple of the crew and myself, a bunch of stagehand had to do river dance, the Irish dancing that was a craze at the time, I guess still is.
Okay, that's plenty. All right, that's plenty. No.
They would use me to do interrupts. Dave would be doing his monologue, and then all of a sudden he would just walk out and then be standing next to Dave, and invariably he would look shocked. He would go, "Ooh!" Every once in a while, it was so good. You couldn't help laughing. It was so good. And I think I left something in the pocket.
In my pocket?
Yeah, it's right here. Right here. I think. Let me see. I got it. That's it. It's still good.
Good.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Pat.
A guy that worked for me, someone must have noticed that there's some resemblance, but he's a lot shorter than me, put me 6 or 8 inches. So they decided to call us Pat and Little Pat.
Pat won't be able to interrupt your show for a few weeks because he's going on vacation. So he asked me to interrupt your show while he's away.
Well, you know, we don't really want the show interrupted, whether Pat's here or not. And by the way, who are you?
I'm Bobby, the stagehand who kind of looks like a miniature version of Pat.
Yeah, well, that part's true, but again, we're just getting the show kind of off the ground here, and we don't really welcome the interruptions.
I forget, Pat, what am I supposed to do when he gets all bitchy like this? You don't need to get pissy, you withered old hag.
I think we should leave now, Little Pat.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
See you, Dave.
Thanks. Nice going, guys.
Some of the best guests that came on were the military. You had people come on that had done these amazingly heroic things and so modest about it, it was unbelievable. One fella came on and he had lost a hand, and I believe he had saved a couple of people, and in the process, that's what had happened to him. And he's chatting with Dave, and he says, and I can do tricks with it too, I think, something to that effect. And then he took his hand and just started spinning it around. I'm sure he's had his troubles, but it was pretty cool. And he was pretty cool.
What can you tell us about your hand here?
I tell you, when I lost my hand, I thought I was going to get a hook, which I also have a hook. But then when they gave me this, I was in awe. I mean, this is pretty much like a normal hand. It's got rotation as well. So it's got a bunch of neat features.
Now, it's none of my business, but what do you use the rotation for?
Well, if I have something in this hand and I got my hand in this posture and I want to grab something sideways, it's easier than having to put something down.
I see.
And it's really good for a lot of the double arm amputees because they can't manipulate the wrist as easy. But it sits up here on your muscles. It's got a little sensors that pick up the slightest muscle movement. You can see my muscle twitching.
That's just remarkable.
That's amazing.
Yes, it is amazing, and for an amazing man.
CBS has rights to the NCAA tournament, March Madness. So Late Show, one year they decided to promo it by having me throw basketballs off the roof, which was 9 stories up, give or take, and into a hoop that was on the street. To preface this, I had a younger brother who had just passed. Right before we were ready to rehearse, I started hearing a voice from my brother on the 5th shot. So the first 3 or 4 shots, the balls would be going, 14, 15 feet in either direction, just blown by the wind. And come the 5th shot, the ball gets blown 15 feet in another direction. And I said, oh, well, so much for that. But then the voice comes in loud and clear and says, no, during the show, stupid. Now you're going to make it in 2 shots. And I said, oh, God. The first shot gets blown all over the place. The second shot goes right in. And I just said, holy, well, there you go. Couldn't believe it.
Take it away, Pat.
Okay.
Oh, man, but you see what I'm talking about, that bounce, Pat?
Coming up,
You
Dave.
get that bounce working for you, my friend, you're going to the Hall of Fame.
We're going to do it.
All right, keep going. You got enough balls up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
feels good.
happened there? Man alive, did that look? Oh! Brad! Wow! Congratulations!
It wasn't me.
Nice going, Pat. Now we have nothing to do the rest of the night.
At one point in time, one of the stage managers gave me a script for myself and Kenny Sheehan, who worked as a prop man, in which we were supposed to read Oprah Winfrey transcripts. I read the script and I showed it to Kenny. I said, "Ken, do you believe this? I don't get it." And I showed it to Biff Henderson, and Biff said, "This is hysterical. This is going to be a huge hit." And I said, "All right." Not that we would have said no anyway, but we did it, and people started laughing. It was amazing.
Please welcome an all-new Madonna.
Thank you.
Do you feel like you're a different kind of person now?
It's like everything changed when I had my baby. I think that 2 years ago I was mostly concerned with more money, more boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
But why are we on this earth? We're here to love. We're here to share.
You look gorgeous, girl.
Thanks. I love clothes and I love shoes. I bet you don't have these shoes.
Oh my goodness, you know I love some shoes, girl.
The Oprah Winfrey transcripts ended up being so successful that Dave requested a title sequence to lead into it, where we had a dance with a bunch of Broadway dancers. I wasn't comfortable doing it, but Kenny would get nervous if he knew he was going to be on camera, let alone having to dance on camera. So to alleviate his fears, we brought a bottle of wine, unbeknownst to the director, who kept on yelling, "Where the hell are you?" And Kenny was drinking a bottle of wine in the van. I remember the jump rope and the silly outfit, good Lord.
I believe I will run on, see what the end will be. Go work home, find out what waits for me. I see 10,000 stories and glories and dreams. I see angels right here on earth. Our hearts are open wide, like a new light shining inside. See what tomorrow will be, 'cause I like what I see. Come on and run with me, Pat and Kenny.
He used to smoke a cigarette, and one of them, the ash got so long, Dave finally said, "Kenny, for the love of God, will you flick the ash?" And he did.
Kenny, knock the ash off there. People won't be able to concentrate. Come on, butt that thing. Jiminy God. Gonna get a call from the fire marshal, for heaven's sakes.
Well, we would do readings ourselves, and then depending on who the segment producer was, she would run through it with us. It was Jill Lederman a lot early on. Jill said, "Whatever you do, you can't laugh." And we used to naturally try to make each other laugh. And one time we did, and I said, "Oh, Ken, we're in trouble now." He said, "Why?" He said, "We laughed." So he said, "What the hell, who cares?" I said, "Well, Jill's gonna be really ticked off." And she comes running over and she said, "That was great."
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're one of my all-time favorite people in the world, sweetie.
I'm honored you had me on, Oprah.
I love you.
Love you, girlfriend. You complete me, Oprah.
Miss Barbara is going to sing for us.
Memories, like the corners of my mind. Misty watercolor memories of the way we were.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. 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 Mm-mm-mm. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. You do it every time.
I love you, honey.
Oh!
surprise. You're on TV.
Oh, God.